Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's session of Ask a Teacher Tuesday. Just went back to school for the first day today. It's the teacher work week. Of course, everybody in the hallway is buzzing about what everybody is doing next week when the kids come and what everybody is going to be doing on the first day of school. So I figured for this week's Ask a Teacher Tuesday, I would just focus on that and share with you guys what I plan on doing the first day of school. So I have 5 activities I'm going to share with you, and each one of these activities will help you build community in your classroom. First activity I'm going to be sharing with you is called the Me Bag. This is actually something that I've been doing since graduating from ODU about 10 years ago. And what a Me Bag is basically the kids will put 5 items in this bag, and these 5 items will need to help them describe themselves in some way, and then they'll share out with the class in a whole group session. I have a little poem that I came up with, and I'll share this on the blog, but it says, "In my me bag you will see 5 little items that make me me. A picture, award, knick-knack, toy, or book. They all describe me, so take a quick look. I'm happy to share the things I like or do. Now it's my turn to get to know you." So this is an activity that I love doing with them on the first day of school. And what I actually do before I send that home for homework, I present a me bag of my own, my teacher me bag. And in my bag I have different items to help describe myself. And this might be a little bit embarrassing, but just so that you can see how a me bag works, I might pull out an item and say, "I put these sunglasses in my me bag because I really like the beach." And then each thing I pull out I kind of put on, and by the end of it the kids are kind of laughing. Like another thing I have in here is, "I like to travel and I got this in Costa Maya." Or "I really like to run races, so I put this medal from the Shamrock Marathon in my me bag." And there you have it. The second activity I'm going to share with you has to do with class rules, and I'm sure you all have something in place for what you like to do on the first day of school in order to create rules together. But what I like to do is a class constitution. First, I like to read the book Officer Buckle and Glory. I'm sure a lot of you have read this. This is great just to get into that discussion of rules that we need to have in school. And another one that I read that kind of introduces them to what the Constitution is in a really easy, simple way is called We the Kids by David Catrow. This is kind of a nice introduction. Then I go ahead and I pull out this scroll. I find in teaching it's all about the hook, and when they see this scroll they're very curious what it is, and they're very curious what's on the inside. Well, when I slowly pull it out and open it up, there is nothing. It's a blank page. So then we get into the conversation that as a class we need to come up with rules that will work for us and keep our classrooms safe and working well. Just a couple tips. When you are doing the rules, just make sure that you have positive framing. The kids are going to want to say, "Don't shout" or "Don't hit." Try to get them to think of what the behavior is that you want them to do instead. So they would say, "Raise their hand" or "Keep my hands to myself." So just make sure you have that positive framing so that the expectation is there. The next item I want to share with you is the mini-me. During this activity, kids are encouraged to draw themselves, how they see themselves. This is a great way to learn about kids' special interests. So they're encouraged to add personal touches to their mini-me. So for instance, if they like baseball, they might draw a baseball in their hand, or if they really like superheroes, they might draw themselves wearing a superhero shirt. This is a great way for kids to kind of share their interest and get to know one another. It's also a really great thing to hang up outside of the room so that everybody knows who the students in your class are. The next activity is a simple Find Someone Who. Find Someone Who's are a great way to encourage discussion between peers. A lot of kids are shy that first day, especially that first week, and these are the activities that kind of get them up, moving around, which is great because we know those early learners need movement, and it gets them talking to each other so that they can start forming relationships with their classmates. This is a Find Someone Who likes, and it has some different hobbies and animals and just different things like that. I'll share this with you on my blog as well, but there's lots of different Find Someone Who's you can like. There's a lot of free ones on Teachers Pay Teachers, so I think this is a great activity to do to get those kids up and moving and learning about one another. The final activity I'm going to share with you is Math About Us. Math About Us is an authentic way to get kids involved in real-world math on the very first day of school. So basically what I do is each student gets a page that we eventually make into a big class collage. Here's an example of one of the pages that a student might get. This question had to do with how many class pets we have. You might have students answer questions like how many boys do we have in class, how many girls, how many people love to read, how tall are the majority of our classmates. Any question that pertains to your class can be a question that they answer. And then I like to snap a picture of them holding their collage page, and then I display it outside of our classroom. And it's just a really nice way to not only learn faces, but it's also a great way to assess math and see where the kids are with their math skills early on. I hope you guys got some ideas on some activities that you might want to try out on the first day of school, but please don't hold back. I want to hear what you guys are planning to do on the first day of school also, or maybe in that first week. Please share. Let's all learn from one another. I hope you guys have an excellent start to the new school year, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.